What's up, boys? Today we're going to be trying to mine with a crossbow. So I never realized this before, or it was changed recently or something, but the Nishanka Bolt Shark actually has a level 18 overclock that causes it to deal damage to terrain. It's the one that causes it to trigger an electric field whenever it hits a large enemy or a rock. And I noticed that on the live stream the other day, so we're going to try and grab that pretty quickly and then scale up the fire rate and reload speed on that very high and see how it works as a full mining weapon, as well as being pretty good at status effects hopefully with those stats. And then we're also going to try and go status effect based on the other weapons, hopefully the electrical conversion on the deep core, and then what else would be good here? Probably the plasma carbine if we can get the burning effect on that. And maybe the jury-rigged boomstick. Okay, nice, we got it right away. I guess the M1000 would be fine if we get the fire conversion on that as well. But if we get the boomstick and something else, we could potentially go all electrical. Maybe the boomerang would be pretty good. Or the taser. Those both have the sidearm overclock available to buff the damage of your other weapons, as well as being electric by default, so not needing to waste an overclock on that. Are there any acid weapons we could get here to go with the Nishanka? I don't think so. Unless we get something off of the weapon box. Yeah, I guess I will take that. Luck might actually be better in the long run, but very early legendary, kind of hard to pass up. So XP scanner will go with the mining. I think I will. We need a level 18 overclock to even get the mining going, so the more levels we get, the better probably. And then I think we will try and keep that at just electric and acid, since I like those status effects. They sort of amplify all the damage you do. And the other ones aren't, well, no, with the electrical field we definitely do want to keep it at two different types. I think you only really want to add extra elements if you're going for one of the ones that add some extra shots, like shooting all of the different elements at the same time, or the bullet nova that has a bunch of different elements. Otherwise you're kind of just diluting the elemental focus, sort of. So potency, I think we will grab that for the main weapon here. Oh, if you went for the recon scouts, you could actually get the Subata from the driller and then turn that into acid, and that would actually be pretty cool. Kind of regret not trying that now, since the Subata has an unstable overclock that was buffed a decent amount. The one that causes you to shoot from both ends got a nice boost to the fire rate and the potency on it, I think. Damage into an overclock, so we'll just take the generic stat increases for it over adding extra bolt types if we're going for the electric field. Man, that shellback is really freaking healthy. The bolt shark should be focusing him since it's a precise weapon too. Gonna need to get him into some of the detonators here, I think. And that was not into the detonators, rip. Big damage into an overclock, that'll probably help. We would really like to get electrical for this, so I think we're gonna go big game hunter for now. And that should help me out with the shellback here also. Actually, pretty important since he was almost full HP there. Medium reload's pretty good. I kind of want to grab the weapon levels here, I think, with the Nitra. Fire rate's decent. Carbine is decent. Taser. I think we'll go here and try to go for the full electrical then.
I'll take the taser. Shock horror. Shoot it in the face.
I'll take a level here, I think. Status damage, we're trying to scale that up. Big fire rate, fantastic for the bolt shark. I'll take a level here, I guess.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about
Probably a level here again.
Stage 1 cleared. Be sure to spend your gold and nitro before the next stage.
That's really expensive for what it's going to do, and we're not really focusing light weapons. I will take a paint job to help it out. The mining speeds, fire rates. Might be a little difficult to spend the nitro here, so I'll take damage, although we're mainly looking for fire rate and reload and potency. We can't get both of those now, so I think I'll grab this into an overclock. We have to take one of these, so since we're going status damage, I guess I'll go fire then. It's not really ideal, but there's only one other stat overclock, and then we'll lock that to try and get it to 18 pretty quickly. But we actually ended up missing the most important upgrade for that, which is I think 25% fire rate and reload speed. So the stats on it are going to be pretty limited now, unfortunately.
Fill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
How are they ever gonna make it in this hellhole without me? You're cute. You're dead.
Fire rates.
The swarm's heading your way. Load up. Supply pod ready for insertion. The drop point is too rocky, so please clear it out.
I'll take a reload speed here, I think.
Use this.
We got a supply pod launch. Stand clear of the impact zone.
Damage for a level mainly.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Lock it in.
Ooh, Chemist is actually pretty solid. This won't actually do anything for the Nishanka, I think, since it's at 50 piercing by default. It'll be decent for that and probably the other weapon, but I'm fine with the Chemist kit, I think, for a full status build. So Carbine, we can get the burning effect on that, and it's a medium weapon, so that's pretty good.
I wish it made the pew 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 noise. Wait for it.
fire rates. Reloads. 3 more levels, and that's only on the second stage too. So I might actually be able to see the mining pretty quickly. But I think there's also still 3 unstable overclocks available to it. So you have a 2/3 chance to even see that.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving.
Gold.
Get moving. It won't
Yeah,
hang
I
around.
think so out of those. I will take a purple movement.
You want some more?
Global damage is fantastic for status builds. Out of these, I'll take fire rate for the carbine.
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass
Potency,
moving,
yep.
miner.
Sure, why not?
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you
Big
make it.
status.
Be a perfect dwarf.
And then we can actually go up to 17 with that, and then try and find the 18 without really wasting paint job.
I'm feeling lucky.
Medium reload and fire rate definitely. Let's try and find something other than damage, I think, if I can. Big paint job would be pretty nice to get the overclocks on that. So I guess we'll delay the 18 on that a little bit and hopefully find it here. Electrical, very nice.
Rock and
Bit of movement.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed.
But we're going to be pushing the Nishanka to way past 18, and this will give us more relevant stats for it, I think.
all ready for a beer when this is over.
Probably the status damage?
Yes, please. I popped the loot pump. Let's get the mineral.
A swarm is heading your way. Load up. Supply pod LZ is full of crap. Please clear it out.
There we go, reload speed, and we didn't even get the one that I wanted, the lightning field when it hits a rock or an elite. So out of these, both of these kind of work, so it would either be AoE or single targets. I think with these weapons we will probably want some more AoE then.
This one almost makes it too easy.
Deep core will always be focusing the highest health enemy, and the plasma carbine will be pretty good when we're in close range and able to land a bunch of shots on one enemy.
And clear. Supply pod inbound.
Not really super interesting. Again, and we can't do anything there. Rough. I guess the pills here, that's useless until later on. You can't really stand still a whole lot.
A swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Take a level for that.
That hit the spot.
Man, seems like a pretty promising start too. We got at least one scanner, and
You can kill me.
most of the stats for the Nishanka were pretty relevant. Didn't have to waste too many on damage.
A swarm is heading your way. Load up.
I'll take a potency here then.
Objective completed.
Move, baby! The time is up, great!
Big fire rates.
Legendary upgrade! How can I not?
We can also line them up, and if they're isolated, then the deep core can hit both of them. I think it's probably still at 4 piercing right now, but should have pretty good single target damage.
Let's clear them out! Eat flesh!
Take a level on the taser.
Let's show them some high!
Orders satisfied. The drop pod is
Ah, Nitra it is.
Won't hang around.
Let's show them some high!
I'll take an overclock here, see what we got. Sidearm, very nice. Main thing, we wanted to run that one. Big potency, yeah, that's fine.
Do something epic with this!
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
Ugly son of a bitch!
Luck.
Stage 3 done and dusted, miner. We'll have a good meal ready for you on your return.
So we really need the carbine levels now. Electrical won't even work on it, so that's kind of out now as well. Just kind of rough that we missed the overclock on the
I want another go.
Nishanka paint
Just
job.
beautiful, like me.
Let's go for the huge stats here.
This bug.
Damage, bit of
It's a little
crits.
extra
Actually,
special.
wait, that's still bad. Oops.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
These are not great. I'll grab a bit of XP, bit of mining speed since we can't have a weapon do that for us now. Luck,
This one makes me want to be a better
carbine
dwarf.
level.
Sure, why not?
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
This rock is gonna be the death of us.
Carbine level, we desperately need those so we can get the burning effect for it now.
Right for on.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Points on it. You shouldn't need precious
Yeah,
minerals
piercing's
in
pretty
there.
good.
Yeah, right.
One of our best single target weapons right now, and the Elemental Nova actually would be good for killing a hoarder.
We got the
We can
hordes.
stand on top when it triggers. I'll take the early barley
To try this out.
to get that out of the artifacts pool.
You bug down. Points on it.
The swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Move, baby.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
reload speeds will be the most relevant for a status build here, I think.
We have a supply pod prepped for you. We need PLC clear.
Okay, I guess what we can do is try out the new Stormy mags at level 18 on the Plasma Carbine, and if I get that plus the burning effect on it, then we can have 2 different burning Nova weapons. And I guess that's what the new build will be. I'll take a level, I guess.
Got a supply pod incoming. Well done.
Fire rates, that's pretty good. Yeah, fine with that. +1 beams, I guess.
Let's show them some pie. Let's show them some pie. Hello and good.
Nice, got the red, and we can finish off some gold here.
Timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to
Probably
hang around.
global damage here. And then out of these, I kind of really need weapon levels, so I think we're going Nitra.
Hello and good. Shoot to kill.
Fire rate into the second. Oh my god, there's no burning overclock. Why?
Overclock, my favorite type of clock. Eat that.
Luck.
Ready to try this out.
Stage 4 is done. Onwards to stage 5 we go.
So the Carbine can't even have relevant damage now for a status build, it's just pure utility with the freezing. So we need to get the levels on these
take
up.
this one.
Damage, I'll look for something better.
I can't get. I want another go.
Potency,
works.
we can finish that off with Paint Job, but I'll probably get some more damagey stats for it. I guess we'll start pumping up the potency on that now as well.
Nope. Try again.
We don't really need the overclocks that much, but I'll take some of the
Gorgeous
cheaper
gun for a
stuff for it.
gorgeous dwarf.
And then here, I guess +1 beams.
Overclock time, baby. What else we got?
These are not great. I guess a bit of armor and paint job
Now
there.
it's my favorite color.
Only one way to rouse the dreadnought. Destroy its cocoons. Kill them all, miner. Objective completed.
We need the deep core the most now.
Open. Die, trick. Dwarf, don't die today. Open.
Fire rate to get the level 18 here, and I actually could do the favorite now. We didn't hit anything that I wanted on the bolt shark or the plasma carbine. So I guess favorite it is.
This bug.
Got a blocked landing site for the supply pod. Get it cleared out, miner.
Bring it, Becker!
There you go. Delivery of one resupply for you, miner.
Let's see, if I get the level 18 on that, it is very good at freezing at least. What's the reload on that? 2.35. Could use some help on that, but I'll go for the overclocks first, I think. Pay to win is decent. We're not really going into the mining stuff now.
This is gonna help me be in perfect warp. Suck on this, you freak of nature! Bring the fire!
Big fire rates for the main weapon. The most basic scout you can get, recon with a favorite deep core.
This ain't just big time. It's gonna frickin' die big time.
Fire
You don't see
rates.
these every day.
I don't think we can really hit both of them with only 6 piercing, but I'll try and line them up for that. Yeah, we're kind of just shredding the melee and the range doesn't really get hit that much.
Die, creep.
Carbine level, sure.
This works. Vapor on.
I
This
guess.
is a rare treat.
Man, we need some heal debuffs for these bosses. Oops. They've gotta be at the healing limit by now, right? Jesus.
Feeling much better now.
Finally.
Well done, team. Immediate dreadnought threat eliminated. Objective, drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around.
We're still going into status effects, so I don't think that's the greatest. Fire rate gives us more crit chance because we're stacking the electrical stuff more. And also some damage from a little bit of acid.
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner. Good work, miner. Now to stage 6.
Piercing.
Help me work harder.
Finish that off with a cheap level. And it just doesn't really matter now. I guess we'll go the Stormy. This was buffed to fire twice as many bullets when it triggers now, so we'll see how that is here. Potency and fire rates, but we've kind of debuffed that with the favorites. I guess.
Bingo.
Deep core.
Next.
Can't really afford much here.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
I guess we'll trigger the Nova a bit faster and it'll be better at freezing at least.
Sorry, little bug. Your own fault for being full of goodies.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching. Supplies blocked. Get the landing zone cleared.
You ugly son of a bitch. I'm not scared of you!
Piercing, it's pretty good, sure.
Hit.
For plasma weapons like that, it lets it bounce more times between enemies and rocks and stuff.
The scavengers lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Hello, my little friend.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Coupons, buy more stuff in the shop.
Let's clear them out.
Decent fire rates.
Go back to hell.
It's a flower, so we can try to go for the red here. Line them up in the deep core and get them close to the walls for plasma bounces.
Quota satisfied.
Big fire rate, I like that.
Moving. It won't hang
And
around.
then reload speed level here.
Rare. Feels right. Go back to hell.
Objective completed.
Great. Cowabunga.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it. Stage 6 done and dusted. Taking you to stage 7.
That's pretty expensive when we're mainly just looking for deep core upgrades. Status damage, that's pretty solid actually.
I want another go.
Status
Yes, please.
damage,
Surely next time will be
big
better.
piercing, that's fantastic. Reload is also great since we're a little bit low on that compared to the fire rate. Yeah, we actually need a lot of reload for it still.
I'm a better dwarf than
Paint shot to help out the levels there.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
Hope it'll be easier than the last time.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Go back to hell.
get ready. Well done, you got them all. The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Status or that? Potency will make the crit stacking from the electrical debuff and the acid debuff a bit better, as well as increasing the damage.
You want some more?
And it does fully work on the Nishanka because it has the tags. So acid and electrical both fully work on that. But you can't add any tags. So you can't add like fire or cold to that with the upgrades.
Supply pod prepped and ready, miner. We need you to clean up the landing zone.
Come and get me, you disgusting bug!
LZ cleared. Supplies inbound.
Sucker! I'm gonna kill you all!
Weapon box. Maybe we can get something interesting off that still. Cryo grenades. Nope. It's also a scout weapon, so he would have had access to that if I wanted it anyways. I guess we'll try and get the overclocks with paint jobs on it.
Bring the fight! Think you can kill me? Think you
Mission completed, miner.
Big fire rates. We can potentially do more with the gold, especially with coupons. I think that's probably the best value there. Potency, since that needs a couple more levels.
your history! Red sugar!
Stage 7 done and dusted. Taking you to stage 8.
Luck, piercing for the main weapon. We'll try and find something cheaper for that. That's not that great.
What else?
I could use a little bit of survivability.
What else we got?
Big electric and potency is pretty nice. Not really loving any of these. Ooh. Oh wait, no, damage is bad. Fire rate's good though.
Nothing for me here.
Status
Let's try
damage.
again.
That's a huge waste. Medium
It's a little extra
reloads.
special.
A little bit more survivability.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Time to collect some gold. Loot bug pop. Pop the loot bug. Let's get the mineral. I'm gonna kill you all. I overfeed stronger. Swallow this.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Loot bug looted. Shoot to kill.
Fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
You shouldn't eat precious minerals. You'll get killed. You ugly son of a bitch!
Well done. Supply pod active. Locate the LZ and prep it for landing.
One down!
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Status damage.
There we go. Prepare for impact.
Armor's okay. We have plenty of rerolls. See what we got here. Those are garbage. Luck. We don't really have many shops left. I should probably just go with the pickled here. Global damage, so it's great for a status-based build.
Your history!
I guess a potency here.
This is gonna help me be a perfect dwarf. Shoot it in the face! Bring the pie!
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is
Golds
arriving.
for
Get moving.
more
It will
useful
hang around.
global upgrades. Reloads. Yeah, we'll look for potency or reload for that, I think.
Come and get me, you big fucking slot! I'm not scared of you!
Keep pushing, Miner. Stage 9 is next.
Potency,
Now
there
this
we
is a rare
go.
treat.
I'm not really sure which of these is better, but that sounds
Now we're
cooler.
cooking with gas.
Medium reloads.
What else?
We have like one more shop left. I should probably stop doing that now.
Surely next time will be better.
Damage is not great for how we built that. Fire rate's good.
Next,
Damage again, rip.
I'm feeling lucky.
These are just not good because we're kind of all in on one weapon.
Next,
Reload's
this
okay,
one.
that's
This one
good.
looks best. I'm feeling lucky.
Medium reload. I guess fire rate, we need to lower the nitro a little bit so I don't get too slow.
You know the drill, Miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
Damn, I forgot.
How's the reload on that looking? 1.52. Still need some help there. To go with the crazy fire rate it has.
Let's get the minerals.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Think you can kill me? Think again. The time is up, Crane. Let's show them some pie.
Reload into an overclock. We only have the one XP scanner and barely any time left. I'll take the triple.
Rock and stone. That's all you got, you slippery shit.
Supplies ready. Clean up the LZ.
See you in hell.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Think again.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Think you can kill me? Think again.
speeds are terrible. That would have been decent if we had gotten the burning effects for those two and went into those, but nope. Turbo Encabulator, we get extra value out of a 5th weapon, and there's not too much stuff left to mine either, even though it's going to be very slow at minus 43%. But it's global damage, so it works with status effects, and reload speed is another good stat for them. Here we want potency on the main weapon. I actually can't even get to that guy since I would have to mine some of the rocks. But he will absolutely melt once he gets close and the deep core starts targeting him.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it
Movement to
before
help
it
with the
leaves.
pickled nitra. Big paint shop. Try and get one more turbo encabulator instance there. I can't even get close to that with how bad my mining speed is.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Status, potency,
Surely next
and then we have almost no resources because of that. And also my damage is very high. I'll take a piercing on that, I think. And then that's about all else we can do.
Only one way to rouse the dreadnought. Destroy
Actually, I should have held a bit of nitro there for the
the
pickled.
hole, miner.
It's going to be hard to recover it because of the mining speed.
God damn it, there's a pebble in my boot. Boot bug eliminated. Eat that.
It's so slow, I can't even tell where it's mining sometimes. And then we can also get a little bit out of the gold, right? Yeah, the pay to win if we do rerolls.
You ugly son of
I'm
a
gonna
bitch.
try and pull the Praetorians through it to help me a bit. But they're getting frozen a lot.
One down.
Piercing, I think, is the best here. Since we're full in on status stuff.
Suck on this, you freak of nature.
So that's up to 7 bounces.
See you in hell. You ugly son of a bitch.
Supply pod ready for insertion. The drop point is too rocky, so please clear it out.
Bring the pie.
Boss might come out by the time I'm done with this. If we can get some of the slashers close to the wall, then maybe they'll help me a bit. Nope. Oh my god, what is happening there?
This one's for
Got
Tom.
a supply pod incoming. Well done.
We have 13 stacks, so that's fantastic, and we needed some more reload for that anyways.
Dreaming of
Brings us down to 0.84, not too bad. Probably could have used a bit more with that high of a fire rate. But the boss is going to absolutely melt regardless here. The one thing is I need to not be next to any walls as he's charging because I can't actually break through them. So we need to finish this gold off, see if we can get some rerolls with that, and then not be near any walls. And we'll have to let him break through to me here, probably.
Watch out. It's big and it's dangerous.
One of them should probably charge through there and open it up a bit. So we'll do rerolls for the artifact until I see something pretty good here. That's okay, but not amazing. That's actually pretty good, and that's okay.
Give me that.
Where's the melee guy? What?
Hello and goodbye.
What is happening? Huh? The melee guy just left him. Okay.
Dreadnought threat eliminated.
Screw this, I'm out of here.
Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around.
So we had a few different overclock builds in mind, but we didn't end up hitting any of them and had to pivot quite a bit into a very basic chain lightning machine gun scout, I guess.
Get your ass moving, miner.
Since we went heavy on the status damage, fire rate, reload speeds, kind of still had to go for that with electrical. And then favorite, since we didn't hit any of the overclocks anyways, screw those weapons. Pretty nice fire rate, could have used a little bit more reload speed, I think. And if we had gotten the electrical conversion as well, or earlier I mean, then we could have gotten a bit more potency, which probably would have been ideal. But still pretty easy run once we got that all going. Nishanka, I don't even know what's going on here, man. I just wanted the electrical field to mine for us. Taser, sidearm, some extra electrical stuff, that's about it. Carbine, pretty good freezing, but we didn't really hit the burning, so it was kind of junk for a status-based build.
That's it. Heading back to orbit. Job well done, miner.
We had 79 million electrical total. This was converted partway through the run. This is half and half. So, very complex to try and calculate that. Probably not gonna bother. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.